with Peter Mitchell.
Good evening. Gangland matriarch Judy Moran is one of 4 people arrested in connection with the execution-style murder of her brother-in-law Des Tuppence Moran. She's expected to face an out-of-sessions hearing in Melbourne this evening. Peter Morris is at the St Kilda Road Police Complex tonight. And Peter, what's the latest there?
Well, breaking news tonight, Mitch. Police have revealed that a 4th person is in custody, and that person, we understand, is a man who was arrested in Portland in far western Victoria today. He arrived back here at police headquarters in the company of homicide detectives just a few moments ago. He's yet to be formally questioned, as I understand, and it's expected that charges may well be laid against him much later tonight or early tomorrow morning. But the big news, of course, is Judy Moran, as you mentioned, is the person we understand is in custody also and was brought into these offices here at St Kilda Road today. Judy, as we mentioned yesterday on the news, was seen weeping at the crime scene where Tuppence Moran was shot in Union Road, Ascot Vale, and also Suzanne Kane. She is also in custody. Well, I believe that Susan is Jason Moran's wife's sister. Also, Geoffrey Amour is the partner of Suzanne Kane. He is also expected to be charged with murder in an out-of-sessions court later tonight. But all that aside, I guess this news provides a sense of relief for the traders of Union Road, Ascot Vale, and it's been a harrowing 24 hours for them, of course. Forensic police worked through the night gathering evidence, one of their last tasks to remove Des Tuppence Moran's body from the crime scene. Some say his execution-style death was no surprise, simply because he was a Moran. But for those who work in Union Road every day, it was an event they'll never forget.
Oh, everyone panicked. Everyone was very scared. All our customers we took behind the counter.
By mid-morning, flowers were being laid at the front door of Tuppence's regular coffee haunt.
Good luck in his next life, that's all, and thank you.
I'm sure they'll be sadly missed by the family.
As speculation continued over what was behind the brutal slaying of the last male in the Moran clan.
I don't believe it's gangland related, but it's not up to me to make the conclusion. I mean, it's up to the police to investigate it and form their own conclusions. A sure sign police were onto something was the team of detectives assigned to search the victim's home, recovering firearms as they interviewed their 3 suspects. By this afternoon, police were confident Tuppence Moran's killing wasn't the first in another wave of gangland executions, but something far closer to home, with investigations continuing into whether the botched attempt on his life 3 months ago is connected.
I am satisfied that this murder is not connected to the gangland murders or any of the deaths as a result of the gangland murders that have been in our history.
While Purana Task Force detectives have assisted with the investigation, police say this case will remain with the homicide squad.
I do not believe that this is the commencement of any type of gangland war in Victoria.
Peter Morris, 7 News.
The killing of Des Tuppence Moran has brought back bad memories of Melbourne's gangland wars. And while he was able to survive the ambush earlier this year, this time he died in a hail of gunfire.
Unlike the rest of his family, Des Tuppence Moran was never considered a target, even at the height of the bloody underworld war.
No, I'm not scared one bit.
But it became clear someone wanted him dead earlier this year when he was shot at in the driveway of his Langs Road home.
He had been fair dinkum, we would have fired 5 or 6 shots.
This time, the gunman took his advice. Witnesses at yesterday's shooting say they heard at least 5. Within minutes, Judy Moran was at the scene. It's well known there was no love lost between the pair, but to Judy, family was always family.
I'm really frightened, and I dare say that Des would be too. No, it's horrible. Just brings everything back.
Despite today's headlines, Carlton identity Mick Gatto says he's staying right out of it.
I was quoted as saying that I'll deal with it when I get back, and I certainly never said that. So it makes it look like, I've got the intention of coming back and sort of trying to work it out or sort it out or whatever when it's nothing to do with me.
He says the killing shouldn't be blown out of proportion.
It should be kept low-key and investigated and sorted out and whatever, but I don't believe in sensationalising the whole thing, all this underbelly nonsense.
It's understood Roberta Williams phoned Carl Williams here at Barwon Prison to tell him about yesterday's violent shooting. He was stunned to hear the news. Premier John BRUMBY hopes the execution isn't the start of a renewed gangland war.
We certainly don't want to see any escalation
any of this violence or gangland activity.
Those with experience say it could be.
Seemed typical gangland killing to me.
Bill, the Texan Longley's been a player in previous underworld wars.
Obviously, whoever's done this was very, very determined. They went about it in a very determined way and they succeeded.
Alicia Grabowski, 7 News.